Something very strange is happening right now on the surface of the sun. Three massive black holes just appeared out of nowhere, and people across the world are calling it a biblical prophecy being fulfilled right before our eyes. Look closely at this picture. You see that three gigantic black holes forming what looks like a demonic face staring at the earth. And this image was posted by NASA. And here is what's absolutely terrifying. It was captured on Halloween night. And this is no coincidence. The Bible told us thousands of years ago that this exact signs would appear before the end times. And before you call me crazy, listen to what Joel chapter 2 verse 31 says. The sun will turn into darkness before the coming of great dreadful day of the Lord. The sun turning into darkness, that's exactly what we are witnessing right now with our own eyes. And scientists are admitting that they have never seen this happening, like three holes appearing at the same time. So the question is, are this the signs of the end times, and are we living in the beginning of the end? For the first time in the recorded history, three giant holes open up on the sun at the exact time, and we are not talking about these small dark spots. Each one of these holes is bigger than 30 Earths put together. So it means that this hose can swallow 30 Earths in it. And here's the part that making millions of Christians around the world drop to their knees. The Bible described the exact phenomenon as one of the final signs before the day of the Lord. So let's break this down. What's actually happening there in the simplest way possible. The sun isn't a solid ball like Earth. It's a massive sphere of super hot gas burning at the millions of degrees. Around the sun there's an atmosphere called coronal, which is basically sun's outer layer which glows and shoots energy into the space. And starting on October 30th, 2025, NASA Solar Dynamics Observatory detected something unusual. Three enormous dark regions suddenly appeared on the sun's surface. Scientists call them coronal holes. These are the places where sun's magnetic field literally ripped open like a torn piece of fabric. Think of it this way. Imagine a sun has a protective blanket made of a magnetic energy wrapped around it. Now imagine someone tore three massive holes in that blanket, where three holes are all the hot gas and the energy escaping into a space at an incredible speed. And we are talking about 500 to 800 kilometers per second. That's the fastest enough to reach Earth in just 2 to 4 days. When scientists looked at these coronal holes through a special ultraviolet cameras, they appeared completely black. There has been no light coming from those areas because all the glowing material has been blown away. These three holes have been labeled CH91, CH92, CH93 by NASA. But here's when things get absolutely wild. On October 31st, Halloween night, NASA released an image that went viral across the planet. The three black coronal holes combined with two bright active regions on the sun formed what looks like a demonic jack-o'-lantern face staring directly at the earth. Two glowing eyes, a triangular nose, and a twisted grin made of pure darkness. Millions of the people saw this image and immediately felt something was deeply wrong. Now, these holes aren't new. The sun goes through a cycle of 11 years, and during the peak of that cycle, called solar maximum, it's normal to see one or two coronal holes appear, but it was different this time. Three of them showing up at the same exact time, and that's extremely rare. And this is where things shift from science to prophecy, because thousands of years before NASA ever existed, the Bible told us to watch for the specific signs in the sun that would signal the end times. Let's start with the most famous prophecy in the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 30 and 31. It says this, I will show wonders in the heaven above and signs on the earth below. The sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon to the blood before the great and the awesome day of the Lord comes. The sun turned to darkness, and this is what we are seeing right now. The sun turned to darkness. Right now, in November 2025, three black regions appeared on the sun. And when you look at the NASA ultraviolet image, you are literally seeing the darkness on the sun. Not a symbolic darkness, but an actual black hole where light used to be. And not only this could be very dangerous since three gigantic black spots, a black hole from the sun, is releasing high energy and heat as a form of solar flare to the earth. And this could have a really terrible consequences. Since we are seeing the GPS systems and the satellites that revolve around the earth already getting affected. But here is what's troubling. Big organizations are downplaying this holes as perfectly normal and nothing to worry about. They are saying it's just a cycle, a solar cycle, and they will experience some minor disruptions at the most. But if you dig deeper into the data, you will see that scientists are actually very concerned about the major solar event. In 1859, something called Carrington event happened, and the most powerful solar storm ever recorded. Telegraph system exploded, operators got electric shocks, and auroras were visible all the way to the Caribbean. If a Carrington level event happened today, experts estimate that it could cause up to $2 trillion damage and take years to recover it. It's normal to feel afraid when we see sun turning dark. It's normal to feel your heart racing when you read the biblical prophecy being fulfilled. But listen to me carefully. Our hope was never supposed to be in the world. Our hope was never supposed to be in the sun rising tomorrow. Our hope is in Jesus Christ, the eternal King who created sun, who holds the universe in his hands, and who promised that even when sun and the earth shall pass, his word will never pass. Think about what that means. When sun finally goes too dark for the last time, when this world come to an end, you don't have to be afraid because you will be with Jesus. You will be in the place where there are no tears, no pain, no fear, and no death. A place where sun doesn't even need to shine because the glory of God lights up everything. A new heaven, a new earth where you will live with your Creator forever. Because the end of this broken world means the beginning of the eternal home. Jesus is coming soon. Yes, time is running out, but that's not the message of despair. That's the message of the hope. It means that the suffering ends. It means that the waiting is almost over. It means that we are about to see face to face the one who loves us and enough to die for us. Imagine seeing Jesus descending from the heaven with the power and glory. Imagine hearing him say, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Come and enter the joy of the Lord." Are you ready for that moment? The three holes in the sun will fade. The storm will pass. And one day, very soon, there will be the return of our King, our Savior, Jesus Christ. And on that day, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Make sure you're ready. Make sure you're on the right side of the eternity, because the signs are screaming at us and we are running out of time. Jesus will come anytime, and if you're not ready, you will be left behind.